So thanks again for joining us. Today we have Stephen McGorry, who is a commercial lines account executive with the Seltzer Group. And Stephen wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about some things he's been hearing surrounding coronavirus and questions he's been getting from some of his clients. And he wanted to help us out and provide us with a little bit of insight on those topics. So thanks for joining me today, Stephen. I really appreciate it.
Great. Thanks for having me, Johnny. Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of different conversations evolving over the past month or so from our clients. And of course, the coronavirus has been a huge issue. It's impacted us all. One of the biggest things that I've heard is how do people cope with the unsafe working environments and their employees being in the work environment. And one of the main topics that we've talked about a lot is how following the CDC guidelines and continuing to get those updates. You want to document all the precautions that you're putting in place with your employee and documenting that on paper, making sure that they're getting the right information. And there's been a ton of information that's come out. So that's been a tricky realm. And the importance of having those documents that you've given to employees and they signed off on is that a lot of potential situations coming out of this may come back to that paperwork. But how do you know? How does somebody else know that you gave them the right procedures for staying safe in this environment? So now that we've been in this situation for quite a while as well, and the governor of the state of Pennsylvania is proposing to reopen the state, we have yet to see what color codes and classifications everybody's going to go into in that big question mark right now. But the big thing there is going to be, again, going back to following those guidelines, following the CDC guidelines along with that. And you want to consider your communication, your plans and training with all of your employees, verifying that plans are balanced and that there's no favoritism between certain types of employees except for the ones that you must accommodate for.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and another one is this COVID-19, it's not going to just go away, so the potential still exists for people to get sick. So do you have a sick employee plan in place? Is it a stay at home or send them home? What does that look like? Do you have it documented? And of course, record keeping, similar to workers' comp and incidents on the job, you want to be keeping track of all the incidents. So the effectiveness of your plan is really a preemptive measure about considering the future as this evolves and you get ready to bring your workforce completely back to work. So the insurance piece of all of that then is the employee to employer relations are a real potential issue with. Let me just respeak that. So the insurance implications of that are the employee and employer relations, the allegations and potential claims that may come out of all this. I talked a lot about documentation here. Again, employment practices liability is a big topic on the insurance industry for how this evolves. If somebody gets sick, are they exposed at work? Were they in unsafe conditions? How do you document that they were at least given proper procedures to stay safe in the work environment? Were they given all of the right information about the Families First Coronavirus Act and that the CDC guidelines were present in your workplace? So again, on the insurance side of things, this is where the human resources element really ties in to employment practices liability and even workers' comp in that situation too.
This is all great stuff. There's so many things in there that I would have never thought about. We're all so excited and so eager to get back to work. And I think everybody in the back of their mind has that small fear that maybe there is potential, sorry, there's my dog, has that small potential that, maybe they will be infected, but this is great stuff that employers need to be thinking about and need to be preparing for. So great stuff, great information. I think our clients will definitely appreciate and we'll be able to put some of that to use. So I appreciate you sharing that with me today, Stephen.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for doing this. I think we're all interested in getting out of our homes with our dogs and our kids and coming back to work.
I
But we
agree.
want to make sure that we are prepared in the right ways. So it's a lot to consider, but of course, common sense with all this is going to be a big thing, and just really thinking rationally about the best interest of not just your business, but your employees, and how to effectively communicate with the outside community going forward too. We can't expect that we're just going to be able to go out in public and go to concerts again right away. It's going to be some modifications for a while.
Absolutely. It'll be a new world that we're going into for sure. So thanks again
Thank-
for joining me today, Stephen, and hopefully we'll chat soon.
Okay, thank you.